Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Caitlin and I upload videos every Tuesday about fitness and overall lifestyle. If you are anything like me and you just want to get some makeup on during the day and make it quick, but you still want to look presentable and you want to feel good about yourself, enhance all the features that you have, then keep watching because I go over every step on what I like to do to achieve a simple, effortless makeup look. So I just washed my face. I put some coconut oil on to moisturize and I'm just gonna get right into it. So I'm starting off with what is this? Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I use to cover up dark circles and also to clean up my eyelids to cover up the veins. I like to go down my nose for some highlight up here. I bring down around my nose to cover up the redness, and I have some redness around my mouth, so put it there as well. I go in with the wet beauty sponge, as wet as you can, and then you just squeeze out all the excess to where it's completely damp. And I just dab that out. The reason why I like to use a beauty blender is because it really makes everything super seamless. All right, now I use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I've been using this palette for quite a few years and I love it. I love every shade in here. And I go in with the other side of my beauty blender and I just literally just wipe that out. I place it underneath my eyes to set all of the concealer that I just did, because throughout the day it will definitely crease and I've noticed it doesn't last as long if I don't set it. I honestly just grab what I have and make the best of it. I'm like, oh, this'll work. And then I just use everything up. So I will go over every place where I have set the concealer. I also set my eyelids so when I go in and put on eyeshadow, it's not gonna crease up or get chunky. You know what I'm saying? Also, baby in the background. She's just chilling with me. Next, I'm going into my foundation. I used to use liquid, but now I just use powder. And I'm not trying to do like a full face every day. I just want a very fresh look. I mean, I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm just trying to get my face on. I'm not trying to be all glam here. So I use Physicians Formula, the healthy powder, and I just use a fluffy brush. I don't necessarily go in where I put in the concealer. I don't want to go over it even more. I already did the job there. I don't mind going over everywhere else, but not necessarily underneath my eyes. I like Physicians Formula because I have very dry skin, and with the powder, I've noticed it doesn't make my skin even more dry. It almost gives my face a very smooth sheen look. I've definitely found that it has not made it more chalky or cakey in what an ordinary powder would do to my face. Next for bronze, I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill Becca palette. I don't know if this was a limited edition. I'm gonna have to check. I'm just going in with the bronze color right here in the middle. It's not really like a tan bronze. It almost acts as if a blush as well. I don't have to go in with the blush if I don't want to, because I feel like it gives a nice flush look, because it's definitely a brown shade, but it has an undertone of almost a plum. And that doesn't sound pretty at all. I love the formula, it's smooth. Once again, it doesn't look chalky or cakey. And I just put this on my face to bring back a little bit of color after setting it with the powder that I use for my concealer. So a lot of times I'll just stop here. Well, I'll put on some eyebrows and then I'm ready to go. But that's just like on a minimal day. But if I'm going extra, I go in with the blush from Jaclyn Hill and I just use the same brush. I literally use this for my whole face. And with a little bit of the blush, and then whatever's left over on my brush, I'll just put it on my chin and my forehead. Now for eyeshadow, going in with the same Jaclyn Hill palette, I use the bronze color in the middle again, and I just use a fluffy brush. I got this from Amazon and the brand is Cospan? I love these brushes. I got the whole set on Amazon. I think it was under $20. And it was a few eye brushes, a few face brushes, and they're all super soft. They don't shed. And I bring it out and up. I definitely bring it past my eyebrow just to give my eyes more of a lifted, bigger effect. And I focus mainly in the crease and on the outer corner. And I just really blend that out, and until I feel like once it's blended out and all the product off the brush is gone, I'll bring it into the corner of my eye. Come over here so you can see me. or see my eye. You can see me. See how just bringing it up and out really added more of a dramatic effect, but it's still really subtle. It's not too over the top. And then literally just once I'm done making out the shape that I want, I go in circular motions and I bring it up to my eyebrow. I don't want it too much. Like, I don't want to color in the top of my eyebrow as much as I have it in my crease, but I definitely want to blend it up just so I don't have any harsh lines. Just want to make it really smooth. Do the same exact thing, focus more on the outside of my eye and just continue to blend it inward. But most of the product is going to go on the outside. I really want my second step to create the shape by bringing it up. And I'm following the line from my bottom lash. I'm just following that line and bringing it up. Next, I'm going with the Got Me Beaming highlighter palette by ColourPop. And I'm just gonna go in with, from the same brush set from Amazon, flat eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna go in with the lightest color. I'm just gonna pack this on my lid, starting in the inner corner and just fading it out and up. I don't wanna go past my natural crease line. Just wanna keep it low. Go in with a smidge more of the same shade. I'm just gonna hit the inner corner of my eyelids. And whatever is left over on the brush, I just put it on my Cupid's bow, the tip of my nose. I'm gonna go in with the same exact color and highlight my brow bone. I'm gonna keep it right underneath my eyebrows, but I'm not gonna bring it down. Now, using the same highlighter palette by ColourPop, I'm gonna go in with my wet beauty sponge again, and I'm just gonna drag it across the highlighter and place it at the top of my cheekbones. When using a wet beauty sponge, it just kind of melts into your face. It doesn't make it look powdery or splotchy. It just melts it in. It makes it look like it's a part of your face. And once again, with the leftovers, I just go into my chin, Cupid's bow, tip of my nose, and then sometimes I'll kind of just dab up here to give it a little extra glow. Now moving on to brows. A lot of times when I watch people on YouTube, they'll skip this step. And I'm like, why are you skipping that step? I know everybody's brows are different. Here are the steps that I take to achieve my eyebrows. I just use the e.l.f. brow pencil. This is like, look. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't fade, it stays on my brows all day long. You need to study your eyebrows. For mine, I have noticed that this one's fuller and this one is much thinner. When I talk, this one tends to like come up really high. So it looks like my eyebrows are like all wonky. How I like to fix that is I don't go in as heavy on top of my brow, but I will fill in more of the bottom just to make it look a little thicker and blend in with this one. What I also like to do to make my brows seem a little more dramatic, I just bring the tail of it out a little further than its natural lines. If I were to start at the actual tail of my brow, you would see noticeable line from your real brows to the brow pencil. So I start at the top of the arch and I just bring it down and I just go over it a few times. I'll fill in at the bottom. This gives them the appearance of making them a little more full. I like to avoid putting it really heavy at the top of my brow because it just makes them look boxy and unnatural. Like, this arch is really high, so I just fill that out a bit just to smoothen it out. And from there, I like to brush the product up. And as you can see, there's a huge difference. I will do the same exact thing for this tail as I did as this one. I'm not gonna go over the top of my brow like I did with this one. I'm just going to fill it in. And that's it for my brow. Your brows will be different than mine, but these are the steps that I will take, and maybe it's something that you can try for your brows if you're having a hard time with them. Something I forgot to mention, I go in with the fluffy brush that I use for the crease of my eyes, and whatever is left over on this brush as far as product, just kind of dust it underneath there. Now for mascara, I usually like to go in with, I believe it's called Maybelline Lash Blast. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. It's been around for like 20 years. Since I can't find that mascara, today I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. I learned this trick from Austin's grandmother, and is to bring your mirror down when you're putting on your mascara, just so you can start at the very base and make sure you're getting every single lash. Because you don't want to put on mascara up like this, because you're not able to reach completely down at the base, or else you're poking yourself in the eye. And I always go back in with a second coat, mainly focusing on the outer corners of my lashes. Then whatever is left on the wand, I just literally just dab it underneath my lashes, or underneath my eyes, onto my lashes. And to top everything off, I'm going in with Marc Jacobs lipstick, the color Slow Burn. And I literally just, I go in with my finger and just dab it out. And as a finishing touch, I will go in with a fluffy brush. This is from Morphe. I don't even know what brush this is. It's just a fan brush. But I'm gonna go in with the same highlighter palette and get the two lighter shades, just kind of go back and forth like that. And I just dust it over my shoulder to give your shoulders a little pop, you know what I'm saying? And if you feel like you want to shape up, here's your chest plate area. You just touch that part up and we'll run it down the center of my chest. And this is just to give everything a little bit more of a sculpted look and to give it more of a feminine touch. All right guys, that wraps up this video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. These are just things that I do, get my face on and get myself presentable for the day. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you will get informed when I upload videos every single Tuesday, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video.